Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Forward Operating Base Tactics. This video here you can see we're going to do the AMX-10 RC. This tank's very fast, very recon capable. I like to do the stick and move battle. We're going to go over a lot of different battles and stuff here and seek out some advice, maybe things you guys didn't think of or anything that might help you better in combat. This is not about gear, it's not about specs or anything like that. This is about driving this tank and how you should behave in a battle with your teammates, right? Because that's the ultimate thing, okay? So you can see from the beginning intro, Recon. Recon is this best thing, the drone. It shows up a heat signature of the enemy tanks, which relays a great image for your allies and stuff in battle. To me, it is one of the most versatile tanks in the game. You can do a little bit of close combat, you can do Overwatch, you do the Recon. It has a nasty 1-2 punch. I'm trying to develop a 1-2-3 punch. But right now with the overhead tow rocket and the cannon that's on the front of this thing, you could do 50-75% damage in just mere seconds. I have this loaded out with the smoke canisters, as you can see. I love that deploy. I use it for getaway and that. If you want to use those smoke canisters for getaway, just throw them out in front of you and drive through it, okay? The wheels on this is just like tank treads. It will pivot and stuff, but I find that the handbrake doesn't work as good. This tank is definitely, for me, and it handles really well when you're at a stop position, in and out and stuff. And you'll see later on in the video, we're going to go over some little bit of dog fighting, as I'll call it, with the tanks. And then you'll see the mobility, right? That's my biggest thing. It's the mobility. That mobility right there will... the mobility right there will help you get in and out of action really fast. Here we are, top of the hill, right? Now I'm doing a little bit of Overwatch. I can see these guys. So what I like to do right there is what I do. I ping a target as I'm going to shoot the target. That only helps, or that helps my team recognize that target if I don't have my recon up at that time. And as I do damage to it. The key to this tank is really not to stay in one place, especially if you're discovered. It's very fragile from what I've known and what I've seen. If things hone in on you, you're going to get pummeled instantly. You'll see we do a little bit of dog fighting, as I say, going back and forth with other tanks that I encounter and stuff. So I stay up here a little bit. Now I'm going to cruise. I'm going to cruise to the point, the base point, to try and help out my team. And to me, medium range, long range for recon, then you get into medium range here, you play your cards right, this thing's a beast, here you are, right? Tow missiles, we got top lock on, boom. And I'm lighting it up, but I'm moving in and out, right? This is what I call the stick and move. A lot of times people just don't even see this, and all of a sudden now they're gonna get spooked because they just had a huge chunk of their health pool going away. A lot of times in this video, the T-67s here, that's my other favorite tank, but there's not much stopping them, and you're going to see that the tow missile doesn't keep up with the speed. Sometimes they can outrun it. It doesn't have accuracy as far as following it, right? And then we have the ultimate. The ultimate you'll see later on is the guided missile, one of my favorite ultimates besides Bring a Rain. Here we are, drone launched. So I got intel now. I'm working on that. The drone will let you get a lock-on as it goes further, right? So without drone, your lock-on's kind of short. When you get the drone out, your lock-on can go a little bit further. Your tow missile will get obstructed by any kind of building or anything that is overhead, or if they go around or under a bridge, it will stop that. Again, M1E1, this thing's no joke, right? So I'm just trying to dance with it here. You can see he's got me dialed in. So my choices here are to really try and lay low, get him to miss, right? His reload's going to be a lot longer than my reload. Disadvantage of being a heavy tank. So here we are. Sometimes you got to run from a fight too. Don't be afraid to run, circle around. This tank is definitely, you know, a sneak attack tank. That's what I like. I like hit and run. I like guerrilla warfare with this thing. Here we are to another round and stuff. So we're trying to capture B here, right? This one's a really good battle here. You're going to see how I get confronted and how I'm going to handle this base, right? So I revealed it, if you saw in the corner there, a heat signature of an enemy tank. I know it's there. Other than the HSTV-L tank who leaves the probe out there, your recon until further upgrades really isn't there and stuff. But boom, here we are. Look at that. That's money. Now, sometimes, especially those defensive tanks, they got turtle shells all around them, you know? So you got to hit it right. I get some assist here from an FV40 30. I love that tank as well, and he's coming in to help out. So now I just huddle back, right? I'm going to huddle back here. I see friendly blue smoke. Boom, he drops the rain. But here, enemy drops the rain. It's coming from both sides here. But reverse on this tank, beautiful. One of the best. It comes back fast. I'm out of danger. Drone back up. That's an amazing tactic right there. Now I'm just trying to look for the smoke. This tank would be totally sick if I had the infrared view on the scope, but only certain tanks have that. It would probably be OP if I had that. But hey, here we are. So wait for the rain of fire to stop. Now I'm moving in, right? I'm going to follow the friendly fire, rain of fire. You know, it's just a cascading. Sometimes I fire blind like there, and I get lucky. You know, especially with the new tanks, the Leo, the 2KA series there, they have that masking shield that they do, so you got to get better at shooting from the hip. I like to do that from this tank. You zoom in, fire, zoom out. If you get stuck holding that zoom a lot of times, which we'll go over later in this video as well, that you're gonna get snuck up on, you know, and they're not gonna, you know, again, this tank's designed to stick and move. Boom, right there. Now you can see the hunter's mark. You can see the green and the orange. Those are your two crit spots you want. You know, the top and the turret is the ammo, right? That's where he keeps his ammo and stuff. Look at that big, huge guy on that M1E1. They don't even know what they're carrying around up in there, and that is just food for the AMX. We love that. Now I'm trying to circumnavigate around here. I'm going to get shot a couple times. You can see him up on a ridge over there. I'm trying to move around. That's what I'm trying to do. Basing, you know, my tactics on human beings being short-term memory people and not remembering where I'm from. I got hit with another AMX there. Oh no, this is lockdown now. I find myself now surrounded by the enemy. I need support. I'm going to try and take this guy on here, but he's got some Overwatch, and it's another AMX. Boom, you lose out. You don't win every battle, right? The biggest thing is about the W in the end here. To me, it's not about how many kills I rack up. I do like that number, but I want to win. Ultimately, I want to win, right? And for me, I've been playing World of Tanks and everything along the line, and I always say it's about a 50% win-loss ratio with me, maybe a little less. I've had more time to put in on the game. It's going to come back to mastery of the maps, knowing where you got to go and stuff. So I was supporting my heavies on the ridge here. M1 took all the damage for me. That's his job. Now I'm using his broken can to help support. So now this is sort of an Overwatch role. This is what we're using to scan up. This A base here on this map is wide open. It is very hard to take because a lot of marksmen will sit on ridges on both sides to try and just pin down whoever's in there. You can be clever, but for most times I really don't like this base. So I'm trying to do Overwatch for my team. Here you can. I'm just logging some hits. The reload's pretty fast again. That comes with equipment layout. As I progress in the game and stuff like that, and, you know, I unlock a lot of the higher end tier equipment. We'll make some videos on that and go over it. Again, there we go. Ping it, shoot it. That's the combo you should be using when you're playing this Recon tank here. This is going to be the moment I get stuck in, and you're going to see here afterwards. just to prepare you for it, that I get stuck in scoping and stuff, lose track of things. And eventually at the end of this sequence is what's going to happen to most marksmen that sit still in what you call that term camping, right? Some of these things are, some of these aren't, right? Here we are. I got a nice kill shot for this tow rocket. Boom, and hallelujah. There we go. I love it. We get it up there. We secured A now, right? And I mostly, this is just because I'm dominating on the Overwatch, right? People are not paying attention. They're not trying to check the other side, you know, where their ridge is and stuff. You got to look both sides. And if you don't team play on this, you can see an assault's coming in and your defense is coming in, but they can't take the punishment from these big marksmen, you know, the Leo and the AMX, now the 2K, you know, Leo and stuff like that. This poor guy, he's like, whoa, who's shooting me? What's going on, you know? So lessons learned also not just from a recon point of view. Now that we're overrun here. This is where I need to be like, okay, I need to get out of here quick. But you can see the HSTV, he did his job. He came around, he's circumnavigating, taking me out. That totally lost that base, and because I'm not able to cover my team. Here we are, drone out. Heat signatures, you see them right there? That's the glorious part of this tank, in my opinion. It helps out your team, and if they're paying attention, they're going to see that as well. As you upgrade later on, you're going to see that that'll stick a little bit better and stuff from what I read, the intel that I gather on that. Oh, this is a nice fight here. These guys right here. I'm just down this alley picking people off. No one's paying attention. You got to watch that shot indicator. That's just general game tactics right there. You got to know who's shooting you from where. I don't like shooting my T-62s. There's a blind fire right in the smoke. Okay, now this guy's, oh man, but hey, I got marksman coming in, right? A Leo trying to help me out. We already whittled this guy down. Leo took one for the team. I can't get him. Rockets flying. I need backup. Seriously, backup right now. But I'm sticking into it. Stick and move, stick and move. Got to work away from this guy. I get greedy trying to ram with these guys. They have a bumper for a reason. That's why they do what they do. Not going to survive this encounter, but I've distracted two other tankers, took out a tanker, so that takes away the stress from where my guys are fighting. So I look at things like that. Like if I could just misdirect the enemy and stuff, they can, you know, that's less time they're spending on the base and stuff. Another good encounter here. This one we're going to start lighting up some people. We're going to hold this A down solid. This is a control zone. One of my favorite matches because you can concentrate on one zone, work your magic. There I backpedaled, I deployed smoke. That's the tactic right there. Redirect. I get out of line of fire because guys will blind fire through smoke just like I do. So you don't want to sit there and hope that, oh, the smoke just took away my, you know, outline in the map and stuff. So they can't see me, but they can. And here we are. Once I return, boom, let's just start lighting people up, right? That's it. I see fire. I see that. If I don't see turrets looking at me, I will stay for a reload and stuff like that. But most times it's the stick and move. That's what it is. Here we are. I'm waiting for lock-ons, trying to get it. You can get 2 lock-ons, as you know, if you've played this tank. If you haven't, but that's it. If you wait long enough and group them together. A lot easier to get dual lock-ons when the drone's up and running, too. These guys in there, boom, we're taking the base. Now it becomes ours. And look, now I am the guy that's in the base, but I don't see anybody around me. I do see buddies up there. Let's throw the smoke out there. That'll give me a couple seconds. Somebody threw down an incendiary fire line there. That's an ultimate, trying to get people that are inside the base circle. This thing creeps me out right here. You see this thing? I didn't even know what it was. Didn't show up. Not sure why it didn't fire at me. But it did get lit up. I don't know, maybe they were having technical difficulties, but that scared the bejesus when that thing came out of the smoke all red and lit up on me. Now you see there, right? That's something I want to point out too. Right in that smoke, when you fire, you're through it. Actually, the velocity of that bullet going through the smoke, they created that effect that it hollows out the smoke. So you can get a window to see. And if someone is just willing to sit there and pound, boom, oh no, here comes my buddy. They don't like me. I love that tank, I really do. We'll make another episode. Well, if you haven't seen that, you can tune in. I have a flanking video done for the T-62. I really like that about, you know, flanking maneuvers and stuff. But back on to you guys, this is Recon and the stick and move, right? Again, as long as I have blue on that base, I'm not worried about being in it. I don't get the points for being in it. I'm not a heavy tank. I don't get bonuses to my survival or anything like that versus me just sitting in the circle. I'm just about a medium range fighter. I can do long, I can do short. Short is very risky, you know. You got to be a good driver. I get beat out a lot when it's in short. Here we are. We win that round. We're going to move on to the next one. Oh, the King of the Hill. Love this map. Love this base. There we are. Recon up, right? So we're checking it out, see if we get any hits and stuff. I can already see my buddies are engaged on the hill over there. I'm going to give them some cover fire, all right? We're going to stick and move on this, even on my long range. Oh, buddy, you couldn't creep long enough. I got you. All right, now we're moving in. I'm going to take this hill, and I'm going into close combat, right? I don't want to waste too much time on Overwatch or being long, because if I'm not targeting or actively shooting at targets, I don't feel that I'm being a good use for the team, you know? So now I'm going to come in and try and help them on their medium game and stuff to get these guys. And it is just tough, right? Because I'm not in any kind of group chat or anything I would like to be. That leads me to further. I have Twisted Cerebrum as my Xbox handle. Anybody can friend me up. I'm going to try and do some live gaming eventually down the road. I'm getting my editing down and stuff. And then that's what the future holds. For right now, let's just get back into this action. We're trying to take this B. It's this King of the Hill. I just got shot in the tail. Man, these T-62s are everywhere, you know? This guy here made the mistake. He tried to shove me around and stuff. Did a lot of damage, but my cannon's just bigger. Happened to be pointing in the right direction. We're going to neutralize this base, throw the smoke out. You have two smokes in there. I love the curtain. Smoke curtain's one of my favorite smokes versus the, you know, rear smoke that comes out. I can use it two ways, you know, I said before too, and I'll show another clip later on that I have where I throw that smoke out and drive through it. I don't have to wait for it. And to me, it's helped me get away a couple times, you know. Again, letting even the assault tank guys, they do all the dirty fighting and stuff. I'm just back here to mop stuff up, you know, and throw some hurting on some targets when I see them. There's a smoke deployment again, just trying to cover me, give me shade. I don't want them marksmen on the other side of the hill and stuff. And again, this comes back to Mark. Here's an example. Boom, I missed that guy because he was just going way too fast. I couldn't, the missile can't keep up with him, you know, and I'm just being overrun here. I'm on fire, burning, and that's it. Rinse and repeat. Oh, let's drop the guided missile down here. Here we go. Target, incoming. They got him. That's all right. I was backup right in that one. It doesn't matter. I don't feel it as a waste. They got the target down. Here we go. We're coming back in. B is us. We've dominated. You can see the top of the screens, the points and stuff. This team is playing really well together. I think the other team isn't. Again, look on your mini map, right? To the right. Boom. Here comes this T-62 on me again. Rockets galore and stuff. Just taking me out. Again, rinse and repeat. We'll spawn again, right? But that was a really good victory right there. I think that gameplay was good. Okay, I love this. I call it the construction site map. We're starting in again. This is a big one here for what we're going to talk about. Look at those heat signatures. You see those heat signatures right there. That helps out the team. Alright, now we're inside this site. We saw all the tanks that were coming in and everything. We're going to, you know, wait. Try it again. We're in medium Overwatch here. That's what we're doing. That guy's sneaking around. I'm moving back. This way I'm not in the line of fire again. I know he fired there. Saw the muzzle. Boom. Unload on him. Other guy can finish him off. I'm not about kills. I'm about getting this team win. Don't get me wrong. I love to get my kills and, you know, things up like that and everything. I love to watch my stats, but in the long run of things, I love teamwork, gameplay and stuff. Drone launch, heat signatures, right? We're gonna get a double whammy on this one. Boom, boom, I love it. I love this hit the front of that thing, man. Those things are big. Okay, so right here, mud down. I hate this mud in any other tanks, but this tank, there's no tracks. We don't get tracked. We get slowed a little bit. That's the other beauty of this tank. It does not get slowed. When the Object 287 comes in, they throw out that all those I forget what they're called, the obstructions that can make you stuck with them in a close combat situation. This tank just barrels through them. It's really good. I'm going to take a couple. I love these platforms up here to you know, support my teams on other bases coming over. This is just a multi-base map to come through and stuff. 8 signatures again. I just love getting the intel, helping the team out. It's the same with the H-Test TV too. That tank with the probes and stuff. I think those are the 2 biggest skills in this game that really helps out a team, knowing where they are. Again, using the double smoke, getting out of there. Got out with about 25% hit points. Now we're just cruising around. Oh, here he comes. I should have rammed him there. That was my mistake. I could have got his little bit of energy, and I paid for it dearly. Those little Hellfire missiles are no joke. Now we're coming back. Here we are. It's a mess inside this place, but I love it. It's chaos, right? We got a rain of fire coming down. I'm going to throw some top launches down. Boom, throwing some bullets down. This is just all-out combat right now. I'm trying to pay attention, not going in too deep. I don't want to go in the middle of this thinking that I'm an armored tank. I consider this thing my monster truck, right? It's built for speed. It's built for recon. Oh, and here comes a beautiful guided missile. And that's what we're talking about. The reward, the payoff. That's what it is. King of my hill here. Launching the drones again. Boom, I use that skill like on cooldown. Got shot up there. Boom, let me get off this hill. See how it works, right? Just move a little bit. He's ready to dial in. Here you go. Now you're going to see that one first missile doesn't lock its ability, but that other one, that's the furthest missile I've shot in this tank so far. And that thing got him, did 782 damage. Bet you that guy's having a bad day. He just missiles dropping out and his head down. He doesn't know where they're coming from. Now I'm going to try and flank here. This is a risky maneuver, but I look at our points. We're ahead of the game here. So now I'm going to try and circumnavigate in the back. Try and always, again, here's part of my flanking and stuff like that. These guys are not paying attention. There's a beautiful orange crit. Nope, that guy didn't last. Now I'm cutting out their overwatch for the enemy. So their main tanks are going to lose the support of their cover fire. And, you know, that's just typical military tactic right there. These guys are battling, trying to help out. Oh, sweet justice. There we go. I love it. Moving on to the next now. Trying to screen my travels, screen my maneuvers. Going to E. This is a tricky one here. I find myself, you're going to see toe-to-toe with an M1E1.
Enemy has visual.
Boom. These guys, there's the 1-2 right there, right? Toe rocket, boom, shot. Here's the third one. But this guy takes it like a champ. But no! Come on! Now he's throwing his shield up. And we're just going to do the shield dance. How are you? It's good to see you. Oh, look at that. I can't wait for the reload. That thing's got a big gun. He's pointing at me. I can't shoot head on. Now he's got a minigun. I need to take him out. Boom. Oh, there's one to take home and write home to mom about. You don't get those, man. You can't get a knockout from an M1E1 too much. So we'll take that. Now we're claiming E. You can see the roles have reversed here. I pick out, oh, another AMX here. Here we go. He gets me, right? Here we go. I lost him, but I can see I'm being pinged. Uh-oh, not good. Oh, there it is. But now I get stuck in a rut here. I'm trying to drive. I'm like, come on, get out of this. Get out of this. I don't know, soft sand. What is it? If that's even affecting this game, it's pretty wild. Oh, no, the M1E1's back for revenge. Yeah, I can't fight off that thing. I'm not built to fight. I'm not going toe-to-toe. It's very rare that I get toe-to-toe matches, you know? Back to the construction yard. This place is a pretty cool battle. Moving doing pretty good. They're dominating it here. The Recon's on cooldown, so that's not going to happen. We're going to take this platform up here, see if we can't do a little bit of overwatch. And right here's the versatility of this tank, right? Went to go take it, the objective's not there. Let me see if I can do anything. I see mini radar light up and stuff with some oranges. Oh, wait, we find somebody driving by. Let's take him out, gentlemen. Boom, boom. Look at that. He's almost done. Ready for somebody to finish him off, or me. But I don't get the shot. Somebody down the road will. This is the funny bit here. It makes me laugh every time I watch it. I've been there. Oh, he didn't stop good enough. And there he goes. It happens to me all the time and stuff. He moves on. That's what it is. The show must go on, right? Checking out my scope. Nothing on my rear. I just see the other bases. We've moved ahead in points now, so I know everything we're doing is working well. Checking out E. I see another marksman guy. He's coming in. That's masked right there. So let's try and give him some cover fire. Now we're just doing an overwatch here. That's really what we're doing. I'm going to tell you, those martyrs, they're pretty tough, man. From side to side stuff. I've always had to, if you want to, shoot them up top in their turret, if you can see it. That's your best thing. I'm going to start getting pinged on this. Let's throw some smoke and skid the hat on. That's what we do best. We don't want to stay there if you are not built to take hits. This base is meant to drive, not take punches. We're going to try and circumnavigate again, drive around. Points are just going up. We're doing a little auto repair here. Scoping out situations, see where I can help best. Always go towards the orange. Shot fire, get out of there. Man, I love this thing. It's like four-wheeling in a truck. This thing's great. Oh, this is not good. Where are you going? Don't leave him toe-to-toe with me. I think it was an X-190 right there. Like, help me out. No good. I had to pack my lunch on that one. Boom, look at that solid hit. I love that. We got a fire guy up in here. Here's the 1-2, boom. But he is ultimate, right down to one hit point. You can't kill him, so not much I can do in that scenario.
Just another shadow returning to the dark.
All the comments and stuff that they added in this game.
I'm upset and my heart beats faster.
Hey, you don't win every one, right? It was a great battle. All right, here comes a good one. I'm using the pillar as cover. They have enemy overwatch outside. You can see them. Look at a little scope. It's like alligator eyes on a river. I'm from Florida, so that's what you see down here. You shine a light, boom, this guy comes in, he doesn't know, but I have teammates in here, he doesn't make it, back up. We're both using this pillar, right? Use your obstructions to your advantage and stuff. I'm cutting off half the view there, that was the plan there, so they can't see in on anybody else. And boom, we're gonna start lighting them up. I took a shot, but it's all right. You move around, angle it. You do get some deflections that way. There's my Recon drone out there. You see my heat signature, see where these guys are. Quick view on the mini-map now, to the right, boom. Uh-oh, this is not gonna end well here. Our position is being overrun. I've lost my support. There's one outside. He's doing a flank, look at that. Another guy in behind me, but I don't know what he's doing.
Critical condition.
It's not good. Hanging out in the smoke. I'm fearing for my life. I'm just about to fire a top over tow rocket inside of a garage. That wouldn't end well. To my surprise, I'm surviving, but oh no, yeah, that was long-lived. All right, here we are in the football stadium, as I call it, the Coliseum. Doing a little bit of overwatching here. You fire that missile off. You got blocked by those shields that are down there. They do a lot of blocking. You got to use your environment, right? That's another key thing if you're watching and you play other tanks and stuff. Use your environment to your advantage. If I get one or two shots, right, that's what it's all about and stuff. All right, let's neutralize this zone, this base, take it over, and claim it as ours. Points are going up. Through the drone up there, you saw the heat signatures. At least it gives you an idea where the enemy is, right? They're towards C. That's what we want. Here comes the guy. You see that skull? That just represents that. If you didn't know this, he's killed you before. So their whole team probably got a skull on him. There, he deployed the Applejacks. That's what I call them. Getting shot from the side. I got to take off. But those things, they don't last for me, so it's really good. I don't get bogged down from them. This base is being overrun. There's 3 orange dots. Tried to book out, but I can't. Love that shot. Just came in, scoped him. Love this guy. We're going to do the 1-2 on him. We're going to cripple him before he even gets inside. Boom, look at that. He's like, what just happened? Oh man, if there's anybody in there, I mean that guy alone, if he hits a pothole, he's gonna blow up. That's where we want to leave him at, right? There you go, easy bacon for somebody else. Coming around, head on a swivel, gotta make sure everything's alright. I'm repaired. I see the base has been taken over, so I'm gonna try and get out of here. My mistake. And M1E1, why am I even stopping? I don't know, sometimes I'm crazy. And it's funny because here comes the other, his cousin Larry, right? Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to book it here. This is what I was telling you about. I'm going to use the smoke, try and get out of here. I'm getting lit up from behind. Need backup. I need to disappear like Batman. There we are. Then I've been trying to circle around. It didn't work out. Back to the stadium. Fighting these guys. Look at these guys just trying to overwatch on my team and stuff. Trying to help out. But, oh, there we go. This match is AMX on AMX. It's a paper, rock, scissors kind of thing, right? Flip of the coin. Oh, let's ram them. Always forget about ramming. I love ramming tanks. I went out. 53 hit points. Took that one right there. And that right there shows you always play to the fullest extent, because even my next shot helps out my teams there. You can see the cascading domino effect. I see that object, 287, no way, that thing just wants to come and give me a big hug. There we are now, let's get back in. We're about to wrap this one up and call this one a game. Last guided missile here. Really trying to get somebody, but I do not find a target, and it's a wash. I hope everybody's enjoyed watching this. If